Hello, on this video we're going to show you how to do subflows in MyLenio. So with subflow in MyLenio, you can break certain steps on a flow to take a different direction. And we're going to show this with the offboarding employee flow here that we have here. So here we have a simple flow for the offboarding as an example. When as the first step you will send an offboarding letter to the employee. The second step is to follow all the legal steps in the country. And the last step is to close all accounts. Imagine on this that you have a company in different countries, but this applies to anything, of course, that you can apply this pattern. So in case of the second step, what you can do right now, if you don't use subflows, you will put a description for each of the countries. So each of the countries will have different legal steps that you have to follow, or anything that is different on this step depending on some condition. So one option will be here to list everything, and that's okay. But in that case, you're not gonna have like the visibility of which of the steps has been complete. So we're gonna break these steps in different subflows. So we're gonna click on this button, and it's gonna add a new subflow, and it's gonna be steps for US, and it's gonna hit step 1 for US. And I'm gonna put another step, step 2 US. And you will put an assignee, and you can put the description and everything exactly the same as the normal flows. After that, if you refresh this screen, now you will see here that we have this one has a subflow for the step for the US. And we're gonna create a new one here, and it's gonna be steps for Germany. And again, like step 1. And we're gonna assign this to 10, and this is gonna have step 2. Just put in here just for a reference. That's gonna also be seen there on the next screen that we see. And this one is gonna have like 3 different steps because it's more complicated there. Again, you click create flow and you go back to your original flow, and now you're gonna see that you have like different steps. So for follow the legal steps on the country, we're gonna go by the step for the US or for the step for Germany. So now we're gonna create a new instance and see how this works. So offboarding Pepe Louis. That's one guy that is gonna be gone. And when you are here on the draft, now you will have the option to select which of the steps you're gonna be taking. So the first step is general, and the second, they need to show like I want the step for Germany or I want the step for the US. So in this case, it's gonna be the step for the US, and we're gonna select this subflow. And here I'm gonna start seeing the step for the US. If you select the one from Germany, this flow is gonna have all the steps for Germany. And we're gonna click on start. And after clicking on start, you can see here that the step number 2 now has the AB because it's selected depending on the subflow. So basically that's all with subflows. They're like really useful for you to have like a generic flow with some steps that you have to split depending on some conditions. And this is really useful because right now you can track that the step 1 has been complete and the step 1 has been complete, and the same flow you can apply for different countries, and you're gonna see the different step on all of your flows. So that's all for subflows, and thank you so much.